I haven't heard that on the radio in years.
Lovely, isn't it?
Did? I thought it was an all but forgotten Shellac 78.
It's on a CD now.
Oh, it's a CD, not the radio. Where did you find it?
Concentrate on the road. Is it bringing back memories?
It does, yes. Nat King Cole. We used to listen to that.
We?
Me and Mum. 78 records on the gramophone. The Tremolos. No, the Platters, that was it. Bing did a version, but I prefer that. The original King.
Didn't the Platters do Smoke Gets in Your Eyes too?
I think so. It's a long time ago now.
Your eyes go smoky when you hear that song.
Those are cataracts.
Don't fib me. It is a lovely song.
I just fell for that sound. It brings things back.
Such as?
Oh, you know, youth, summer, a little less weariness and a little more va-va-voom.
Oh, do tell.
Gentlemen don't tell tales, darling, you know that.
Well, maybe they should once in a while.
Certainly not. This is a windy road, dear.
Not far now.
What exactly is at the end of it?
An old house.
Oh, God, not another worthy pile of ruins.
Well, not exactly.
Oh, just a ruin, then.
It was somebody's home once.
Well, I had a home once, about 115 miles back.
You still have, dear. But not like this one.
No. Mine's not ruined yet. Yeah, but the bloody cat might just start rebelling on the sofa. Look at the state of the place. Are we on tour with the army? Ooh, this is a dugout you have here.
Stop gooning, dear. It has quite a story to tell, this house.
So this is a people's friend adventure tour?
No. But it could do with writing about.
Does it have William Morris wallpaper?
You know very well I like William Morris wallpaper.
Oh, well, that's you and him.
Philistine. Just keep watching the road, you.
It's easier to watch than the wallpaper. Are we there yet?
Just you keep driving.
Oh, yes, Ma'am, I obey. Oh, no! That was your part. How did it ever get switched?
Watch the road. You may get distracted trying to think.
Your servant, ma'am.
Progress at last. You're learning.
The car journey ends at a narrow country road. They pull up on wide verges either side of which are high hedges. They sit in the car initially. Another car is parked up ahead and there is a man sat in it.
This is it? Have you wanted to come here for some time?
Yes.
You should have said.
Well, it's fitting everything together, dear.
Picnic basket?
Well, it's a long path.
All the more need for a drink then.
I don't think we'll have a chance. Let's have one when we get back to the car. Save your strength for the walk.
Do you want your bag?
Oh, yes, maybe I will.
He reaches into the back seat and pulls at the bag. A book slides out of it.
What's this?
Oh, I was going to read it if it rained.
The Once and Future King. My old copy. Thought you weren't interested in it.
I thought I might read it if we got rained off.
After all these years, you're going to read it?
Well, you used to talk about it an awful lot.
I did?
Like an old colonel reliving a battle.
An old bore, you mean?
Oh, you've never bored me, Jim. You do know that, don't you?
Right. It's a strange thing to say.
No, it's not. Come on, I want to show you this. I want to get moving. It's been a long drive and I'm stiff. Have you got your stick?
Yes, but I think I'll try without. Is it very far?
About a mile, I think.
The man in the car ahead gives a wave.
A young man in the car just waved at us.
He has a nice smile too, don't you think?
Well, I'm not qualified to answer, dear. But his teeth are probably original.
You're jealous.
Still my beating heart. Shall I bring the flask?
Oh, no, I told you we'll need that when we get back. Come on, I want to get going.
I'm quite excited. Do you think your heart will stand?
Well, it's done well enough till now. It's you I worry about.
Will Flash Gordon survive? See you next week.
I think you can survive it.
Well, I might need some support from Dale Arden on the way back.
You'll get it.
You could carry me.
40 years ago, that was your job.
You're the best cause of back pain I ever set eyes on.
What happened last time you said that?
You didn't let me get away with it.
Old colonels and their tales.
I never made colonel.
You had a good career.
I did, and it brought me to you. So, where is it exactly?
Come on, you'll see soon. What we're looking for is just ahead. Oh, I forgot my scarf.
Penny returns to the car. The young man has got out of his and walks to James Cadwick. Penny fumbles in the back of the car.
Morning.
Morning.
Are we okay to park here?
I can't see a problem, mate. I'm not from around here, though.
Oh, what brings you here?
I came looking from the place I was sold out from.
Beg your pardon?
I said, sorry, mate. Ignore me. I'm a bit tired.
Not at all. My wife has brought me on a mystery tour.
Mystery. That's the word for it, mate. Shame such a place is slap in the middle of such lovely countryside.
I don't follow.
A building like that, stuck out in beautiful fields like these, spoils the landscape. Should be knocked down.
Well, you know the place then?
Ah, not entirely. Heard a lot about it, though. Can't get myself set to face it.
Yeah. It seems to have some meaning for you.
Yeah, it does. I was born there.
It doesn't seem to have been a happy place for you. You brought up in Suffolk then?
Me, mate? No, not me. I'm an Aussie. Only a bloody pun by birth. Aussie since I were an ankle biter. I don't remember the place.
There's a phrase I haven't heard in a long time. I never was too good at accents.
What, never been down there?
Came close. I was in the forces, radar technician, development and training. Taught lots of chaps here and there, from all over. Commonwealth and NATO. Some good blokes in your outfit.
Yeah, bloody good. Treat the diggers like shite, your lot.
Well, they were different days.
No, they weren't, mate. Bloody money and power talks. Every time.
I think they were wars we were duty-bound to fight, don't you?
I've only the duty for my country's head for me. No bloody love for it, and that's for sure.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
No, look. I'm sorry, mate. I didn't mean to turn up in such a mood. Jet-lagged. It's a long trip. Your wife's waiting for you and she looks all kinds of raring to go. Here, you have a good walk, and I hope she doesn't bend your ear off. It's a long path, but it'll be worth it. I know that now.
Would you want to join us? You'd be welcome.
No. I just need a little time to adjust myself. I'll see you down there, maybe, eh?
Good morning, young man.
Morning, love.
I hope Jim hasn't been complaining about the weather.
Nah, he's bonza. Look after him down there. We're gonna have some beers off, tea, when you get back.
See you soon.
Bye.
He seems a nice young man, dear.
He was born here. Seems a bit angry about it to me.
A lot of children were.
Why would you be angry about being born?
No, that's not what I meant. This house we're going to look at, it has had a lot of different uses.
Well, it's a beautiful place. Must have been very peaceful for the people here.
There were a lot of people from the First War here. Burns and severe injuries. As time passed, it was used for mums in trouble, and partly as an orphanage. They sent a lot of orphans abroad from this house. Sold them.
Did what?
They sold orphans to the colonies. Well, the Commonwealth.
What?
It's hard to understand, I know.
It's not just hard to understand, it's bloody unforgivable. Why do I feel there's something I don't want to hear about this?
There's a name written in the front of that book.
Which book?
Your favourite book, Jim. The book I brought.
Yes?
What's the name written in the front
The name?
of the book, Jim? The name.
It's,
Oh, love. Come on. Tell me. Let me help you.
She died.
What was her name, Jim?
Her name was Julia.
Julia Fallon?
How did you find out?
You kept that book too long and too close.
I never betrayed you.
I know.
Why now?
Because I couldn't bear to see that look in your eyes when that song came on anymore. I watched the furtive way you try and turn it off when I caught you listening to it. How empty and lost you were when it finished. You're a tidy man, Jim. You never hold on to old stuff. You gave yourself away years ago with a book and a song.
It was years before we met. She was gone years before.
I know.
Then why?
Because you haven't let yourself free, love. And I want to help. Because I do love you so much. And you need the truth. More than you know.
The truth. Julia was my first
love?
Yes.
Tell me, Jim.
We met the weekend after I'd finished my basic training.
What was she like?
I can't see her anymore. I don't see her. It's just a glow where her face used to be. She was tiny, bubbly, full of life.
How long did you court?
We met every minute I could get, till they shipped us out to Bikini.
Did you write?
Couldn't. A lot of work on and a lot of hush-hush. Never heard another thing.
What happened when you got back?
I had one weekend. She was gone from her digs. I went to the store. Her father saw me. We hadn't been introduced. Didn't exactly welcome me. Said she'd gone to London and didn't want to see me again and that she was happy. And I wasn't welcome. He was far too refined to say so openly. And they sent me to Pharaoh's.
When did you find out that she'd died?
Halfway through the Pharaoh's deployment. Colbert, the CEO, called me in. Her parents had contacted the army to inform me that she was dead. They said not to try and contact them ever again. Whatever they said to Colbert, he was pretty severe with me. Told me to drop it and look forward to my career.
I remember how gaunt you were when we first met. I thought you were tired. You were haunted, weren't you?
I was alone too long on Pharaoh's thinking about it. There wasn't much there but bloody puffins. All we did was watch, listen and wait for the Reds. All the while she was haunting me deep inside. When we met, I fell for you. I wanted you. Not a ghost.
You're all I wanted. All I ever wanted.
You wanted a boy. And I couldn't give you that. I'm sorry.
It wasn't your fault. You did your duty.
You lost a lot being at my side.
I made my vows. I couldn't leave you to that loneliness.
You could have taken a lover. Others did.
No, I couldn't. Wouldn't. Oh, I know you would have been brave. I know you would not have left me. But I couldn't allow that doubt in your mind. Not ever.
I feel like you know a lot more about me than I do about you now. Like I've just become a stranger. I feel guilty that I let it pass, let it go. Should have told you. Maybe it would have helped to exorcise the past. But can we go back to the car, dear? I feel like walking right now. Why are we here?
I need to show you this.
Then he points to the building, which can be seen now at the end of the path.
Why this place? Why here?
It's a story of accidents, really. When you were at the Forces reunion, I went to an auction. There was an old Smith's directory in a box of gardening books I bought. The directory was for Colchester. It fell open at Fallon's department store. I recognised the name from the book, and it set me thinking. It had their address too, so I took a day trip down and found their old home.
I don't suppose there was any family left.
No, but there was a lady next door. She remembered them.
Did she know what happened to Julia?
Not exactly. They were very private. She remembered Julia being very lively. The father was a bit dour, and her mother was younger than him. They'd married sometime between the wars. He'd had a bad war.
Oh, of course! The regiment! Oh, that explains how he could swing the sea up.
You might be right, my love.
When did she last see Julia? Did she say? I mean, did she know how she died?
She said Julia changed. She seemed to go from being a bright young thing to a recluse. She put weight on. And the last time she saw her, she was being put into their Humber. There was a death notice in the paper, and then they never spoke of her again.
So what has this place got to do with Julia? Is this where they brought her?
Yes,
Oh, God! She was taken away!
she was.
She died here?
She did.
How?
She... by her own hand.
Oh, no!
Take a minute, my love. Take a minute. Take some breaths.
I never knew. I never thought Julia had problems. She was full of life. How did you find out that she was here?
I applied for the death certificate.
Simple as that. I never considered it. I always thought it was an illness. When they clamped down on me in the regiment, I just thought that they were grieving badly.
I think they would be, in their way. He was from Victorian stock, and they were tough on themselves and everyone around them. Her father could apply pressure if need be.
Suicide in the family. Stigma.
He died in 1959. Pneumonia.
We've got certificates for the family.
I did. It became a bit of a fascination for me. I never expected where it would lead to.
I don't know if I can take any more.
It's not all bad, though. But it will be difficult to follow. You need to be prepared.
No, I was a good scout once.
You're a good man.
I haven't felt it. It's bikini.
Oh, shush yourself. You are a kind, darling man. I was lucky.
You didn't deserve the losses you experienced from my injury. You didn't take the shilling, but you paid the price. I'd have known. What had happened to me, I would have never imposed my life on anyone.
You didn't know what they were doing?
We should have known, really. It's not like we didn't know about the radiation.
You would still have done your duty.
I suppose so. Never had enough of the rebel in me. No, we were technical warriors, backroom boys, absorbed in new work. I didn't think, I just wanted to beat the enemy. Who was my enemy in the end? Julia's father or Oppenheim?
David.
No, Robert Oppenheimer.
I meant David Fallon.
Of course, sorry, I've forgotten his name. But he must have been through it too. He must have been a teenager when the First War started. And he should have known about separation. Heartless, bloody Victorian as far as I was concerned.
He was born in 1894.
Really? You've gone into this?
I have. But the first birth certificate I got said 1955.
Sorry?
There was a mix-up. Phyllis, the registrar, well, we went to night school together and she could see I was getting caught up in this, so she suggested I got the birth certificates. Julia's father was called David, so I applied for David Fallon's birth certificate. And I got his grandson's instead. Somebody else got the grandfather's.
What?
The grandfathers went to another applicant.
So Julia had siblings, she never mentioned them?
No, darling, she didn't.
I know she didn't mention them. Penny. Okay, I'm lost.
She had no siblings. Julia had a son.
What?
She had a son.
So they got her out of the way? Some bloody swine didn't stand up and be counted in that poor girl.
Jim, he's your son.
Beg your pardon?
He's your son. Your name is on the certificate.
No, but we just... Oh my God. She was alone. All alone. How could they do that to her?
They had a different way, love.
Is this what killed her?
Well, they didn't treat her well, that's for sure.
She was just pregnant. She wasn't ill, was she?
Maybe she was ill too. Maybe they were right. Whatever happened, she had your son here in 1955.
Son? What have I done?
You loved a girl many years ago. You didn't do anything wrong. They lied to you with silence.
Pharaohs. That's why they sent me to Pharaohs. They pulled strings.
It's possible. We'll never know.
Julia had a boy. I wonder where he is now.
He's not far from here.
He lives near here.
Not exactly. But he is close. He's parked in the lay-by, waiting to meet you again.
Smiling man. Julia's son. He is Julia's son.
Your son. Our son. He came looking for you. Let's go and meet him together, shall we, love?